Antarctica is a land of extremes, a place where the ordinary rules of nature seem to bend and break. This vast and silent continent sits at the bottom of our world, shrouded in mystery and untouched by time. It is the coldest, driest and highest continent on Earth, with temperatures plunging to -128 degrees Fahrenheit, and less precipitation than the Sahara Desert. For most of human history, this immense desert of ice was completely unknown to us, a blank space on our maps, a place of speculation and myth. Its surface is almost entirely covered by a thick sheet of ice, which in some places is nearly 3 miles deep, enough to bury the tallest skyscrapers on Earth. The temperatures here can fall to unimaginable lows, and fierce winds sweep across the empty landscape, creating a world of perpetual challenge and danger. It is a place that seems hostile to life, a world of white and blue that challenges our very ideas of survival, yet life persists in the most unexpected forms. Many brave explorers have ventured into this frozen wilderness, seeking to understand its geography and its climate, often risking their lives for the sake of discovery. Yet beyond the scientific facts and the tales of heroic exploration, there are other stories about Antarctica, stories that hint at something far more enigmatic. These are not stories you will find in most textbooks or official reports, but in the margins of history and the whispers of conspiracy. They are whispers and theories that suggest this continent is not just a block of ice, but a place that holds incredible secrets, some possibly older than humanity itself. Some people believe that beneath the thick ice sheet there are things that could change our understanding of history, technology, and even our place in the universe. Subglacial lakes like Lake Vostok have been sealed off for millions of years, possibly harboring unknown life forms or ancient relics. These stories speak of hidden lands, lost civilizations, and strange encounters that defy simple explanation. Some claim to have seen pyramid-like structures or even evidence of ancient cities buried deep beneath the ice. They paint a picture of Antarctica as a continent of deep and profound mystery, waiting to be revealed, a place where the line between science and legend blurs. These mysteries are not just modern inventions. They have roots that go back decades, with explorers and scientists reporting strange phenomena and unexplained events. They involve high-ranking military officials, secret government missions, and strange objects seen in the sky and on the ground. Some even suggest encounters with unidentified flying objects. The theories suggest that powerful groups have known about these secrets for a long time and have worked hard to keep them hidden from the public, fueling speculation about what lies beneath the ice. Is it possible that the harshest environment on our planet is also the guardian of our most ancient and advanced secrets? Some believe Antarctica could be the final resting place of lost technologies or even extraterrestrial visitors. Could the ice be hiding the answers to questions we have been asking for centuries about who we are and where we came from? The discovery of unusual artifacts and unexplained structures only deepens the intrigue. As we begin this journey of discovery, we must keep an open mind, for Antarctica challenges everything we think we know. We will look at the stories, the evidence, and the theories that surround this enigmatic land, from ancient legends to cutting-edge scientific discoveries. From secret military operations to strange satellite images, we will explore the claims that Antarctica is much more than it appears, and perhaps more important than we ever imagined. The continent's isolation makes it the perfect place to hide something of immense importance, whether by nature or by design. The ice that covers it acts like a giant vault, preserving whatever lies beneath it, fossils, artifacts, or perhaps even the remnants of a forgotten world. Let us now open that vault and begin to explore the incredible and often bewildering secrets of the frozen continent. Antarctica's mysteries await, hidden, preserved, and perhaps ready to change everything we know about our world. In the year 1946, just after the end of the Second World War, the United States Navy launched a massive expedition to Antarctica, The world was still reeling from the devastation of global conflict, and the race for technological and territorial advantage was heating up. It was called Operation High Jump, and it was the largest Antarctic mission in history. The operation was shrouded in secrecy, with only select details released to the public. The official purpose of this operation was to train personnel and test equipment in freezing conditions. But behind the scenes there were whispers of advanced technology and unknown threats lurking beneath the ice. The United States also wanted to establish a research base and explore a large, unknown part of the continent. Some historians suggest that intelligence reports hinted at secret Nazi hideouts or even lost ancient civilizations hidden in the frozen expanse. A huge fleet of 13 ships, numerous aircraft, and over 4,700 men, led by the famous polar explorer Admiral Richard E. Byrd, travelled south to the land of ice and snow. The scale of the operation rivaled some wartime campaigns. It was a very impressive and public display of military and scientific power. Yet the presence of advanced detection equipment and heavily armed vessels hinted at a mission prepared for more than just research. However, many people believe the official reasons for Operation High Jump were not the complete truth. International observers speculated about a secret arms race in the polar south. The mission was organized with great speed and had the feeling of a military operation rather than a simple scientific one. Some reports even mention emergency drills and unexplained alerts during the voyage. The fleet included an aircraft carrier, destroyers and submarines, which seemed like too much force for a simple research trip. The presence of combat-ready crews raised eyebrows among military analysts. The mission was planned to last for 6 to 8 months, taking them through the Antarctic summer. But something strange happened. Unexplained phenomena were reported by several crew members: strange lights, odd radio signals, and even missing equipment. The expedition ended suddenly in late February 1947, many months earlier than planned. The withdrawal was abrupt, with little explanation given to the public or even to some of the crew. The ships returned home in a hurry, which made many people ask what could have gone wrong in the remote and desolate Antarctic. Some whispered of encounters with unknown forces, while others pointed to sudden outbreaks of illness or sabotage. The official explanation for the early return was that the mission had faced worsening weather conditions and had already achieved its main goals. But the press conferences were tense, and many questions went unanswered, but rumours began to circulate that something else had happened, something that was not being shared with the public. Some claimed that secret discoveries had been made and immediately classified. Whispers of a confrontation with an unknown enemy started to spread among those who followed the news closely. There were even stories of mysterious aircraft shadowing the fleet and strange objects seen in the sky. The scale of the operation, combined with its abrupt and unexplained ending, created a lasting mystery. Abandoned camps and missing records only deepened the intrigue. Why would such a large and well-equipped force retreat so quickly from the ice? Some officers later admitted they were never told the full story. The official story seemed too simple to explain the strange circumstances surrounding the mission's conclusion. Investigators who tried to dig deeper often found themselves stonewalled. This event became the foundation for many of the conspiracy theories that surround Antarctica today. From secret Nazi bunkers to alien encounters, the speculation has never stopped. It marked the beginning of a long story filled with secret diaries, strange sightings, and government cover-ups. Some explorers even claim to have found evidence of lost civilizations buried beneath the ice. Admiral Byrd himself, a national hero known for his courage and honesty, was at the center of this incredible puzzle. His later interviews hinted at dangers from the air and threats unlike any faced before. The questions raised by Operation High Jump have never been fully answered. Decades later, files remain sealed and witnesses are reluctant to speak. Was it just a training exercise? Or was the United States military looking for something or someone else in the vast frozen wilderness of the south. Some believe the real mission has yet to be revealed. The mystery of this hurried departure remains a key part of the continent's hidden history. Antarctica continues to guard its secrets, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. In one of the most astonishing and mysterious stories tied to Admiral Byrd and Operation High Jump emerges from a document believed to be his secret diary. A diary shrouded in secrecy and whispered about in hushed tones among explorers and conspiracy theorists alike. According to this tale, the diary was discovered by his son years after the Admiral's passing, hidden away among forgotten relics and family secrets. This diary unfolds a narrative far more incredible than any official report, an account that blurs the line between reality and the impossible. It describes a flight that Admiral Byrd supposedly undertook during the expedition, a flight that ventured beyond the boundaries of the known world, into the heart of the Antarctic unknown. In this account, Byrd piloted his aircraft over the South Pole and toward a colossal, gaping opening in the ice, a chasm that seemed to pulse with an eerie, otherworldly energy. As he crossed the threshold, the world outside transformed in an instant. Colours shifted, the air vibrated, and the laws of nature seemed to unravel before his eyes. The diary claims that as Byrd flew through this mysterious opening, he entered a hidden land deep within the earth, a place untouched by the outside world, shielded by layers of ancient ice. The temperature outside his plane rose dramatically, and the endless expanse of ice and snow gave way to a breathtaking, lush landscape, verdant and alive, bursting with colour and warmth. He gazed in awe at towering mountains draped in thick forests, rivers winding through the valleys, and herds of massive prehistoric creatures, mammoths and even stranger beasts roaming freely. It was a world that defied all logic, a hidden paradise, vibrant and teeming with life, concealed in the most forbidding place on earth. As he ventured deeper, Byrd witnessed something even more extraordinary. A city of shimmering crystal, its towers glowing with every colour of the rainbow, radiating an energy that felt both ancient and futuristic. The city was a marvel of beauty and advanced design, its architecture unlike anything seen on the surface world. Every structure seemed to hum with a living light. But before he could draw closer, a sudden chill ran down his spine. His plane was intercepted by unknown forces. Strange, disc-shaped flying machines materialized on either side of his aircraft, their surfaces gleaming with an unearthly sheen. These flying saucers, as Byrd described them, seized control of his plane remotely. His instruments flickered and died, leaving him powerless and suspended in the unknown. Suddenly a voice spoke through his radio, calm, articulate, and welcoming him to their domain in flawless English, yet with a tone that seemed to resonate in his very mind. He was assured not to fear, as they would land him safely. The flying discs guided his plane with gentle precision, as if cradled by unseen hands. The aircraft touched down near a vast cavern where Byrd was greeted by several tall, elegant beings with delicate features and eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages. They escorted him through dazzling crystal corridors to meet their leader, a figure they called the Master, whose presence filled the chamber with a sense of profound peace and power. The Master revealed that their civilization had flourished inside the earth for millennia, watching humanity's progress and struggles from afar, intervening only when absolutely necessary. They expressed grave concern over the surface world's recent use of nuclear weapons, specifically the devastation wrought at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, warning that such power threatened not only humanity, but the balance of the entire planet. The beings explained that they had dispatched their flying machines, which they called Flugelads, to observe and investigate humanity's actions, hoping to prevent catastrophe. After this extraordinary encounter, Byrd was escorted back to his plane, his mind swirling with awe and fear, and guided out of the hidden world by the glowing discs. Upon his return, he was allegedly confronted by his superiors, ordered in no uncertain terms to keep this experience a secret from everyone, the truth locked away in his hidden diary, leaving the world to wonder what truly lies beneath the Antarctic ice. While the story of the secret diary describes a peaceful, if strange, encounter, other accounts of Operation High Jump paint a far more harrowing picture, one of chaos, terror, and a warning that echoes through history. These versions suggest that the United States Navy did not just leave Antarctica early because of bad weather. Instead, they faced a threat so overwhelming that retreat was the only option. According to these accounts, the expedition was forced to retreat after a sudden and brutal confrontation with an unknown enemy. Eyewitnesses claim that strange flying saucers erupted from beneath the ice, unleashing a barrage of energy weapons on the fleet. These unknown craft moved with impossible speed and precision, darting through the sky and sea, outmaneuvering every attempt at defense. The aftermath was devastating. Ships were left crippled, men missing, and the survivors haunted by what they had witnessed, an enemy that seemed invincible. This chilling narrative is echoed in a supposed interview Admiral Byrd gave to a Chilean newspaper on his return, his words heavy with fear and urgency. In the report published in March 1947, Byrd is quoted as issuing a dire warning, not just to America but to all of humanity. He spoke of a new enemy, one with technology so advanced it could strike anywhere on Earth in the blink of an eye. Byrd described this force as having the terrifying ability to traverse the globe in moments, rendering all borders and defences meaningless. If true, this suggests there's the presence of technology centuries ahead of anything known to mankind, technology that could reshape the fate of the world. The mission, once hailed as a quest for knowledge, ended in disaster, a stark reminder that Antarctica's secrets are fiercely protected. The idea of a secret war in Antarctica is almost unthinkable, yet the evidence and rumours refuse to fade. It suggests a powerful non-human presence, one that has claimed the frozen continent as its own, hidden from the world. The theory goes further. This presence sent a message, not just to the United States, but to all nations: stay away, or face annihilation. In the years that followed, Antarctica became a forbidden zone for military powers. Its icy silence a testament to the warning received. The Antarctic Treaty of 1959, while presented as a triumph of peace, may have been a desperate attempt to avoid provoking the unknown force beneath the ice. Some believe the treaty was not just about science, but about survival, a pact to keep humanity safe from a threat it could not hope to defeat. The truth of what happened remains fiercely debated, with skeptics and believers locked in endless argument. Official records from Operation High Jump are silent on any battle, but the absence of evidence only fuels suspicion. Believers argue that such an event would be buried under the highest levels of secrecy, hidden from the public for generations. Admitting defeat by an unknown and possibly extraterrestrial force would shatter the illusion of control and security. The government's silence, some say, is not just about secrecy, but about preventing mass panic and maintaining global order. The story of the Antarctic battle, combined with Byrd's ominous warning, casts a long shadow, hinting that the continent's mysteries are not just ancient, but alive and fiercely guarded. It suggests that Antarctica's secrets are not only relics of the past, but a living threat, one that could one day decide the fate of mankind itself. In recent years, the mysteries of Antarctica have been fueled by, well, some pretty incredible testimonies from people who claim to have worked there, but these are just the beginning. As more voices emerge from the icy shadows, the secrets of the continent only deepen. These individuals, often called whistleblowers, have come forward with stories that seem to confirm even the wildest theories about the frozen continent. Some are scientists, others are military, and a few are contractors who never expected to become part of a global mystery. One such story comes from a man identified only as Spartan 1, a retired United States Navy SEAL. But he's not alone. In an interview, he described a secret mission he was part of back in 2003. Meanwhile, a geologist known only as Dr. L claims her team was diverted from their research to assist with a classified excavation under military guard. His team was sent to investigate an anomaly detected under the ice. Dr. L recalls being told to keep silent about the unusual readings their instruments picked up, readings that suggested something massive and artificial was buried far below. What they found, he said, was a massive structure that was clearly not natural. Dr. L's team, too, glimpsed the edge of a geometric form before being ordered away. It was octagonal in shape, and only the top part of it was visible above the ice. According to Dr. L, there are at least 3 other sites marked as restricted on internal maps, each with similar anomalies. Spartan 1 went on to describe the structure in, well, really stunning detail. Dr. L remembers seeing symbols etched into the ice itself, as if the structure was trying to communicate. He claimed its walls were made of a smooth, black material that was unlike any known substance. The geologists managed to collect a tiny fragment, but it was confiscated before they could analyze it. The entrance was a huge door, perhaps 30 feet thick, yet it could be opened with the gentle push of a single finger. Dr. L's team later heard rumors of doors opening and closing on their own in abandoned outposts. Inside, the environment was even more bizarre. Another anonymous technician, Sam, described entering a chamber where the air shimmered with heat, despite the deadly cold outside. While the temperature outside was a frigid -40 degrees Fahrenheit, the air inside the structure was a comfortable room temperature. Sam said it felt as if the building itself was alive, maintaining its own climate. The interior was lit by a strange lime-green light that came from the ceiling, but there were no visible light sources. Sam described the light as pulsing, almost like a heartbeat. The walls were covered in hieroglyphics that were not from any known civilization. A linguist brought in for a brief consultation noted eerie similarities to ancient Sumerian and Mayan scripts, but with key differences. Now, another powerful testimony comes from a retired Navy flight engineer named Brian, but he's not the only one with stories to tell from the skies. He was stationed at McMurdo Station, which is the main American base in Antarctica, for many years between 1983 and 1997. Meanwhile, a Russian pilot, Yuri, reported similar encounters near Vostok Station. He reported seeing many strange things during his time there. Yuri described impossible lights that would hover, then vanish, leaving only electromagnetic interference behind. On several occasions, he and his flight crew witnessed silver, disc-shaped objects darting between the peaks of the Transantarctic Mountains at incredible speeds. Yuri's radar logs were confiscated by authorities. They were flying in ways that, honestly, no normal aircraft could. Both Brian and Yuri's crews were left shaken and forbidden to discuss what they'd seen. He also described a mission where they had to fly over a designated no-fly zone during a medical emergency. Yuri recounted a similar detour, forced by a sudden storm, that led his crew over a forbidden sector. During this flight they saw a giant, perfectly round hole in the ice, big enough to fly a large plane into. Satellite images later revealed several such holes, all in restricted areas. As their aircraft flew near this massive hole, their instruments and electrical systems began to fail. Yuri's helicopter experienced the same, with compasses spinning wildly. After they landed, Brian and his crew were met by men in dark suits who were not part of the regular base personnel. Yuri's team was interrogated by officials who arrived in an unmarked helicopter. These men, believed to be intelligence agents from Washington, D.C., told them they must never speak about what they had seen. Yuri's crew was threatened with expulsion from the program if they ever mentioned the incident. They were warned never to fly over that area again and that there would be severe consequences if they ever mentioned the giant hole. Dr. L's team was forced to destroy all notes and data from their brief encounter. These stories from military insiders like Spartan 1 and Brian, scientists like Dr. L, and international voices like Yuri and Sam suggest that there are things happening in Antarctica that are being kept secret through intimidation, erased evidence, and strict orders of silence. The deeper investigators dig, the more the Antarctic shadows seem to whisper, hinting at truths the world may not be ready to face. In our modern age, we have eyes in the sky that can see almost every part of our planet. Satellites, both public and private, are constantly gathering data, revealing secrets that were once hidden beneath the ice and snow. Satellites constantly circle the Earth, taking pictures for mapping, weather forecasting, and military surveillance. Their advanced sensors can detect even the slightest changes in the landscape. With the help of public tools like Google Earth, anyone can explore the world from their computer. But professional researchers use even more powerful tools to uncover what lies beneath the surface. In recent years, these satellite images have revealed some very strange and unexplained features in Antarctica. From odd geometric patterns to heat signatures where there should be none, the discoveries keep piling up. These anomalies have added new fuel to the theories that something unusual is happening on the frozen continent. Some patterns appear almost artificial, as if designed by intelligent hands. They provide visual evidence that is hard to dismiss, prompting questions that official sources are often slow to answer. Teams of independent analysts pore over the data, searching for clues. One of the most baffling images, captured in 2018, appeared to show a contrail, the white line left by an aircraft, stretching for thousands of miles. The path was so straight and persistent it defied easy explanation. This was not a normal contrail. Unlike those left by commercial jets, this one lingered, unbroken, across the icy expanse. It seemed to stretch from near the North Pole across the globe and down to the South Pole. The sheer scale of the phenomenon was unprecedented. For a contrail to remain visible over such a vast distance, scientists calculated that the object creating it must have been traveling at an unbelievable speed, perhaps over 50,000 miles per hour. No known human aircraft can travel anywhere near that fast. The data simply doesn't match anything in our current technology. This has led to speculation that the image captured the path of an extraterrestrial or highly advanced secret vehicle. Some even suggest it could be evidence of a technology far beyond our own. Other satellite photos have shown what look like man-made structures and entrances. Some are so precise they appear to have been engineered. One famous image from 2016 shows a large, dark opening in the side of a mountain range. Thermal scans suggest it may not be as cold as the surrounding ice. The opening looks perfectly carved, with straight edges that suggest it is not a natural cave. Its size and shape have led to intense debate among experts. It is massive, large enough for big aircraft to fly into. Some believe it could even accommodate something much larger. Some researchers believe this could be a hangar or an entrance to a hidden underground base, just like the one described in the stories of Admiral Byrd. Theories range from secret military installations to ancient alien outposts. The location is extremely remote, making it an ideal place to hide something from prying eyes. No known expeditions have reached the site on foot. The image has been analyzed by many experts, but no official explanation has been given for this strange feature. The mystery only deepens as more data emerges. Another intriguing discovery was made on South Georgia Island, a remote island near Antarctica. Satellite scans have revealed several oddities here as well. Satellite pictures from 2018 show a long, tubular object that appears to have crashed on the ice. Its shadow and debris field are clearly visible from space. You can see a long trail behind it, where it skidded across the snow and ice after hitting the side of a mountain. The impact site is unlike any known aircraft crash. The shape of the object is very unusual and has been compared to Oumuamua, the first interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system. Its elongated form and smooth surface have baffled investigators. Some astronomers suggested that Oumuamua could have been an alien probe, and this crash site in the Antarctic region has led to theories that a similar object may have come down to Earth. The debate continues as new satellite data is released. More recently, satellites have detected massive circular patterns and dark spots that appear and vanish over time. Some believe these could be entrances that open and close, or evidence of something moving beneath the ice. Thermal imaging has revealed plumes of heat rising from deep below the surface, in areas with no volcanic activity. Could this be machinery or something alive, hidden far beneath the ice? Radar scans have even hinted at vast tunnels or voids stretching for miles under the Antarctic ice. Some researchers compare these to ancient underground cities found elsewhere in the world. As more discoveries are made, international teams are working together to analyze the data. The world watches, waiting for answers to the growing list of Antarctic mysteries. With every new satellite pass, Antarctica reveals more of its secrets and raises even more questions. What else lies hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered? Perhaps one of the most exciting and controversial theories about Antarctica is the idea that ancient pyramids and other enigmatic structures are hidden there, waiting to be discovered. Over the years, several photographs and satellite images have emerged that show mountains with a very distinct and familiar shape, some so precise that they have sparked global debate. These are not just any mountains. They look like perfect four-sided pyramids, similar to the famous pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Some researchers have even mapped out the angles, finding uncanny similarities. One of these pyramid-shaped mountains is located in the Ellsworth Mountain Range, a region that has become a hotspot for alternative researchers and explorers. Its shape is so precise, with four clear faces rising to a point that many people find it difficult to believe it is a natural formation. Some expeditions have even used laser mapping to confirm the geometric regularity. Geologists have suggested that these are natural peaks called nunataks, but the symmetry is too striking for many to accept this simple explanation. Some samples have revealed unusual mineral compositions, fueling further speculation. The theory proposes that these are not mountains at all, but are in fact man-made structures built by an ancient civilization long ago. Some even suggest they could be remnants of a lost technology. If this were true, these pyramids would be the oldest and most mysterious on Earth, predating even the oldest known civilizations. Proponents of this idea point out that pyramids have been found on every other continent. Why not in Antarctica? Some even claim that ancient blueprints show a global pattern. They believe that these structures could be part of a global network created by a highly advanced ancient culture, possibly for energy, navigation, or even communication. This network might have been used for generating wireless energy, for navigation, or for communication across the planet. Some theorists point to unexplained electromagnetic anomalies detected in the region as possible evidence. The idea is that Antarctica may have been the center of this ancient global civilization. Recent ground-penetrating radar scans have revealed large, unexplained voids beneath the ice. This leads directly to another famous legend, the lost city of Atlantis. Some believe that the ruins beneath the ice could be the remains of this fabled city. The story of Atlantis was first told by the Greek philosopher Plato around 360 BC. Intriguingly, some ancient maps depict Antarctica as a temperate, ice-free land. He described it as a mighty and advanced island civilization that was destroyed in a single day and night of misfortune. Ancient texts from other cultures also speak of sudden catastrophic floods. For centuries, people have searched for Atlantis in the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, and other places. Recent sonar scans have even hinted at submerged structures near the Antarctic coast. But what if its true location was Antarctica? Some migration theories suggest ancient peoples could have reached the continent before it froze. According to this theory, Antarctica was not always a frozen wasteland. Fossil evidence shows that it once supported forests and a temperate climate. Thousands of years ago, before a sudden shift of the Earth's poles, it had a temperate climate, perfect for a great civilization to thrive. Some researchers have even uncovered what appear to be ancient tools and pottery fragments. The theory suggests that about 13,000 years ago, a catastrophic event, perhaps a pole shift, caused the continent to move to its current position at the South Pole. Scientific models confirm that rapid glaciation is possible. The land and its magnificent cities, including Atlantis, were flash-frozen, buried under miles of ice in an instant. Computer simulations show how quickly a city could disappear beneath the ice. This would have preserved the civilization perfectly, like a time capsule. Ice core samples sometimes reveal traces of ancient human activity. If this is true, then the pyramids seen peeking through the ice could be just the tip of a much larger discovery. Some thermal scans have detected unexplained heat sources deep below. Underneath the ice sheet could be entire cities, with advanced technology and knowledge that could change the world. 3D models based on radar data suggest vast, organized structures. The legend of Atlantis, in this view, is not a myth, but a real memory of a lost Antarctic world. As new evidence and technology emerge, the secrets beneath the ice may finally come to light, rewriting everything we know about our ancient past. The mystery of Antarctica's possible ancient past is not just based on modern theories and satellite images. It is a puzzle that stretches across continents and millennia, inviting us to reconsider the roots of human civilization. Some researchers believe that clues can be found in the ancient texts of one of the world's most fascinating civilizations, Egypt. These texts, when re-examined, may hold hidden references to lands and events far beyond the Nile. The ancient Egyptians were master builders and astronomers, and their knowledge often seems far ahead of their time. Their understanding of the stars, mathematics, and engineering continues to baffle modern scholars. At the Temple of Edfu, which dates back to 237 BC, there are inscriptions that tell a very interesting creation story. These stories are not just myth, they may encode memories of real places and events. These texts describe a sacred place, an island that was the homeland of the gods. Some interpretations suggest this island was not just symbolic, but a real location lost to time. This island of the egg was the first land to ever exist. It was described as a place of origin, a cradle of civilization, surrounded by endless waters. According to these Edfu texts, this primeval island was home to a group of builder gods. These beings possessed advanced knowledge, perhaps even technology that allowed them to shape the world. These advanced beings were said to have created the first temples on this island. The architecture described is strikingly similar to the monumental structures found in Egypt. These original temples then served as the blueprints for all the great temples that were later built in Egypt. The precision and alignment of these structures hint at a shared origin or influence. The texts speak of a golden age when these gods lived in peace and created wonders. This era is echoed in myths from other ancient cultures, suggesting a global memory of a lost paradise. This story has led some to wonder if this island of the egg was a real place on Earth. Could it have been Antarctica before it was buried under ice? Given its description as the first land and the origin point of great architectural knowledge, some have theorized that it could be a reference to a civilization that existed in a temperate Antarctica. Geological evidence suggests that Antarctica was once much warmer and possibly habitable. The texts from the Edfu temple also describe a terrible catastrophe that destroyed this sacred island. The echoes of this disaster can be found in flood myths from around the world. They speak of an enemy snake that appeared in the sky, causing a great flood and plunging the world into darkness. The serpent, a symbol of chaos, may represent a cosmic event. This event completely destroyed the homeland of the gods. The suddenness of the destruction is reminiscent of a rapid climate shift or cosmic impact. Some researchers interpret the enemy snake as a comet, Ancient Egyptian records may contain coded references to astronomical events. The impact of a large comet could have caused the exact kind of global disaster described in the texts, including massive floods and a dark sky filled with dust and debris. Such an event could have triggered a chain reaction, altering the climate and geography of the planet. This event could have been the very pole shift that flash froze Antarctica and wiped out the civilization that lived there. The idea of a sudden catastrophic pole shift is still debated, but it remains a tantalizing possibility. This theory connects the dots between the legends of ancient Egypt, the myth of Atlantis, and the pyramids of Antarctica. The similarities in architecture and myth suggest a shared origin or lost connection. It suggests that the survivors of the Antarctic catastrophe may have escaped and traveled to other parts of the world, including Egypt. These migrations could explain sudden leaps in knowledge and culture in ancient societies. They would have brought with them the knowledge of architecture, science, and astronomy from their lost homeland. This transfer of wisdom could be the missing link in the story of human progress. This could explain how the ancient Egyptians were able to build such magnificent structures, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, with such incredible precision. The techniques and knowledge may have been inherited from a much older source. In this view, Egyptian civilization did not just appear out of nowhere. It was a legacy, a memory of a much older and more advanced civilization from the lost continent of Antarctica. The echoes of this connection challenge us to look deeper into our past, to question what we think we know, and to imagine the incredible journeys that may have shaped the world as we see it today. As we have seen, Antarctica is a continent shrouded in more than just ice and snow. It is a realm where the unknown stretches as far as the eye can see, and every answer seems to birth a dozen new questions. It is a land of deep and persistent mystery, where official stories often clash with extraordinary claims, and the silence of the white desert is broken only by whispers of the impossible. From the hurried retreat of Operation High Jump to the secret diary of a famed explorer, the tales suggest a history far stranger than we are taught. What secrets did those early explorers truly encounter, and what did they choose to leave unspoken? These are not just campfire stories. They are supported by alleged military whistleblowers who risk their reputations to speak out. What truths are hidden in the classified files, locked away from public view? They describe finding massive artificial structures buried in the ice and seeing flying objects that defy our known principles of physics. Are these the remnants of a lost civilization or evidence of visitors from beyond our world? Their testimonies paint a picture of a continent with secrets that are being actively protected. Who decides what we are allowed to know about Antarctica and why? Modern technology, instead of solving these mysteries, has only made them deeper. What discoveries have been made and then quietly erased from the record? Satellite images from space show us things that should not be there. Enormous openings in mountains, strange crash sites, and contrails left by objects moving at impossible speeds. What else lies just out of sight, waiting to be revealed? These images provide a tantalizing glimpse into a world that is hidden from us, right here on our own planet. What messages are being sent and received in the frozen silence? The theories about ancient pyramids and the lost city of Atlantis take these mysteries even further back in time. Could there be entire cities perfectly preserved, waiting to be uncovered? They ask us to consider the possibility that Antarctica was once a warm and vibrant land, home to a great civilization that was lost to a global catastrophe thousands of years ago. What cataclysm could have erased an entire world from memory? The possible connection to ancient Egyptian texts adds another layer of intrigue. Are there hidden records, lost languages, or forgotten maps that could unlock the truth? It suggests that the stories of gods and lost homelands may not be myths, but fragmented memories of real events and real places. What legends have we dismissed that might hold the key to Antarctica's past? Could the builders of the pyramids of Giza have been the descendants of survivors from a frozen Antarctic world? What ancient knowledge might have been carried across continents and millennia? The idea is staggering, yet it connects many different puzzles from our ancient past. Could Antarctica be the missing link in the story of humanity, or something even older? It presents Antarctica not as the end of the world, but perhaps as its beginning, the cradle of a forgotten chapter of human or even non-human history. What new dawn might await if we finally unlock its secrets? The continent's ice, which can be miles thick, acts as the perfect preservative for whatever secrets it holds. What life forms, messages, or technologies might be entombed, waiting for discovery? In the end, we are left with more questions than answers. What dreams and fears haunt those who spend their lives searching in the white desert? What really happened during Operation High Jump? What did the military encounter that forced them to turn back so suddenly? Did Admiral Byrd truly find a hidden world inside our planet? What did he see that changed him forever? What are the strange structures and objects that military personnel and satellites have reportedly seen? Are they evidence of ancient technology or something even more inexplicable? And could the greatest archaeological discovery in human history, a lost civilization, an Atlantis of the South, be waiting for us beneath the ice? What would it mean for our understanding of history and of ourselves? Until we are able to explore the continent freely and transparently, these questions will remain. Who holds the keys to the White Desert, and what are they keeping from us? Antarctica will continue to guard its secrets, challenging us to wonder what truly lies frozen at the bottom of the world. Will we ever be ready for the answers the White Desert holds? Or are some mysteries meant to remain forever in the cold embrace of the ice? Gap 2S. As the last echoes of unanswered questions fade across the White Desert, a darker legend rises from the cold, one that has fascinated conspiracy theorists and historians alike for decades: the alleged existence of secret Nazi bases beneath Antarctica's ice. Gap-1.5s. During the chaos of World War II, rumours swirled that the Third Reich had launched secret expeditions to the frozen continent, seeking not only resources but something far more extraordinary. Declassified intelligence documents from both Allied and Soviet archives hint at unusual Nazi activity in the south, coded references to Base 211, and cryptic mentions of mysterious technology discovered beneath the ice. Gap 2S. According to these claims, elite SS units and scientists established hidden outposts, vast underground complexes carved into the rock and ice, equipped with advanced laboratories and airstrips. Some believe these bases were more than mere military redoubts. Whispers suggest the Nazis were searching for ancient power, remnants of a lost civilization, or even alien technology buried deep within the Antarctic crust. Gap 2S, post-war, reports emerged of U-boats vanishing without a trace and of strange aircraft, so-called Foo Fighters, seen near Antarctic waters. Operation High Jump, the massive U.S. military expedition to Antarctica in 1946, has been linked by some to secret missions to root out surviving Nazi enclaves. Official records state the operation was for research and training, but persistent rumors claim it encountered something unexpected, something powerful enough to send the fleet home early. Gap 2S. Skeptics dismiss these stories as fantasy, yet the legend endures, fueled by scattered clues, satellite images of geometric shapes beneath the ice, unexplained radio signals, and the discovery of Nazi-era artifacts on the continent. Some even connect these tales to the broader mystery of lost civilizations and the possibility of ancient knowledge, suggesting that the Nazis, obsessed with occult lore, believed Antarctica was the gateway to a forgotten world and perhaps a source of unimaginable technology. Gap 2S. Could these theories explain the persistent secrecy around Antarctic exploration? Were the Nazis truly searching for the legacy of an advanced pre-human civilization? Or did they stumble upon something not of this earth? The truth remains as elusive as the continent itself, hidden beneath miles of ice and decades of silence. Gap 2S. In the end, the myth of the Nazi Antarctic bases is a chilling reminder of how the continent's mysteries can ignite our darkest imaginations. Whether fact, fiction, or something in between, these stories continue to haunt the frozen shadows at the bottom of the world, inviting us to look deeper and to wonder what secrets still lie untold beneath Antarctica's eternal ice. Gap 2S. As legends and conspiracy theories swirl around Antarctica's icy expanse, the real world has delivered its own astonishing revelations, discoveries that prove the continent is far from being fully understood. In recent years, scientists have pierced the surface of the ice to uncover a hidden realm, one that rivals any tale of lost civilizations or secret bases. Gap-1.5s. Beneath miles of ancient glacial ice, researchers have mapped a network of more than 400 subglacial lakes, vast pitch-black bodies of water sealed off from the outside world for millions of years. Lake Vostok, the largest and most enigmatic, stretches for hundreds of kilometers, its depths untouched by light or air since before the rise of humanity. When samples were finally extracted, scientists found signs of life-mysterious microbes surviving in complete isolation, thriving in conditions more alien than any other ecosystem on Earth. Gap 2S. The surprises didn't end there. In 2020, a robotic probe exploring deep beneath the Filchner-Ronne ice shelf stumbled upon something unexpected. Tiny, shrimp-like creatures clinging to a boulder in total darkness, hundreds of kilometers from open water. These resilient life forms challenge our understanding of biology, raising questions about what else might be hiding in Antarctica's unexplored underworld. Gap-1.5s. Even stranger are the unexplained phenomena detected by modern instruments. In 2016, scientists monitoring cosmic rays recorded a series of bizarre, upward-shooting particles, signals that seem to defy the known laws of physics. Some speculate these events could point to new, undiscovered particles, or even hint at the presence of parallel universes. Gap 2S. Each year, satellite images reveal more oddities. Geometric ice patterns, sudden meltwater rivers, and mysterious heat signatures far below the surface. These findings suggest the continent is a living, dynamic system, one whose secrets are only just beginning to emerge. Gap 2S. Far from debunking the myths, these scientific breakthroughs add new layers to Antarctica's enigma. The truth may not involve ancient aliens or Nazi superbases, but it is no less extraordinary. Hidden lakes, unknown life forms, and unexplained phenomena remind us that the White Desert still guards countless secrets, waiting for the brave and the curious to uncover them. Gap 2S. As we push deeper into Antarctica's frozen heart, one thing becomes clear. The greatest mysteries may not be behind us, but ahead, locked beneath the ice, waiting to be revealed. Gap 2S. Long before Antarctica's blinding white expanse was glimpsed by modern explorers, curious clues appeared in the world's oldest maps, clues that challenge everything we thought we knew about the limits of ancient knowledge. Among these, the Piri Reis map, drawn in 1513 by an Ottoman admiral, remains the most controversial. This centuries-old parchment appears to depict the coastline of Antarctica, free of ice, detailed with bays and mountains, despite the continent not being officially discovered until 1820. Gap-1.5s. How could a map from the age of sail show a landmass buried under ice for millennia? Some researchers suggest that ancient mariners, perhaps from lost civilizations, charted the southernmost reaches of the world during a period when Antarctica's coastlines were less frozen. Others believe these maps are the result of older sources passed down through forgotten cultures whose knowledge has since vanished. Gap 2S. The Piri Reis map is not alone. Other enigmatic charts like the Orontius Finaeus and Boachi maps also hint at a pre-glacial Antarctica with rivers and mountains mapped in striking detail. While mainstream historians argue these features are errors, wishful thinking, or misinterpretations, alternative theorists see them as evidence of advanced, prehistoric explorers, navigators who may have sailed the world's oceans long before our recorded history began. Gap-1.5s. Could it be possible that ancient civilizations possessed knowledge of Antarctica, or even set foot on its shores? Or do these cartographic mysteries point to a deeper, forgotten chapter of human exploration? As scientists continue to unearth new secrets beneath the ice, the ancient maps remind us that the story of Antarctica may stretch further into the past than we ever imagined. Gap 2SS. The frozen continent's true history remains out of reach, hidden in ice and perhaps in the fading ink of maps that refuse to give up their secrets.